Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Shadow Gambit, where, the rust has been shaken off. There will be no more mistakes of any kind, ever. Who's ready to just crush this?
My dear prognosticator,
So we don't have to kill this guy, we just have to touch him, right? But we have to touch him for probably like a couple of seconds. He never turns his head very much. In theory, it should be doable if we can just figure out the right way here. So we have this this obvious trap that we could use to crush probably the whole patrol.
we have a few who are near the end of their penance.
They're all distractible, so we could just have Kuma pull them over there. But obviously there's a couple of things that would have to happen first. This guy can't see the setup position, which is useful. This Magistratus turns this way when he gets yelled at, so that's the thing we got to watch for. And then this guy is always a problem, right? So this dude's got to go. This is an important one. I think we should be able to do that pretty easily. I don't think we've actually tested this. I am very curious. What happens if you Kuma distract someone into a bush?
Ready?
Kuma stand at that corner of the bush.
There have been reports.
I'll wait in here. Well, no, I have to hit him with the dart, so I guess I can't really be in there. But I can be over here.
The flame guides me this way.
Ready to strike.
Okay, they will just walk all the way into the bush. Ah, shoot.
This is fun.
Quickly. All right, well, let's see if this guy wants to finish exploring the tower. Anybody who comes up here is getting stabbed, Boy, that sure is a lot of guards.
Maiden's judgment awaits.
Are you back to me?
So I said that thing about, no more mistakes. The rust is off. I would like it to be noted, this does not count as a mistake in my opinion. We cleaned this up very expertly. Also,
I stand against the tempest.
we figured out that if we want to kill this guy, all we have to do is make some noise down here and he just walks down. He's not like in a super difficult to deal with place now, but because we could just like shoot him or something, right? But yeah, it's actually pretty easy to just pull his attention down here. And I might do it again on purpose this time. Hey, if I kill this light, this guy totally sees the light sometimes. What kind of dude? You're a Magistratus? I don't remember what their rules are. Will a Magistratus come over? Let's let the patrol get past so they're not the ones whose attention gets pulled. And then also it'd be good if, that guy was not actually looking when I doused the torch.
Let me remind you.
Thank you, ship, whose name I definitely remember.
Good idea, Marley-san.
He's kind of not turning back around. That's weird.
It's an adventure.
Hold on, this guy's there. They are not as turned away as I thought they were. Okay, now seems like a good time. Well, I guess let's just do it. Okay, he does not actually respond in any meaningful way.
Right.
Let me get back up on the roof here because I think the patrol is going to come down and relight the torch, and I don't necessarily want her to have to try to deal with all of them all at once. Although I guess there is something to be said for
Let's go.
setting a trap and letting the alarm go off.
Wake up, little trap.
Let's see what happens.
What's that?
They're gonna relight it, right? Yeah, so that's gonna set off the alarm.
Peruse some minds.
Feed your carcasses to the pyre.
What?
Oh, the Commissarius is not bothered this time. He doesn't actually care.
Oh, what's that?
My dear
I was really expecting that to create a
must follow proper procedure.
more of a situation. I thought people would be mad about that. Apparently nobody liked that guy. It's not felt that he was important to the effort.
Can't catch me.
Conscript a few of the prisoners if necessary.
Well, okay.
Time is of the utmost importance.
I suppose we could just clear the rest of the patrol in that same way then.
Kuma, listen.
Although, you know, maybe I want to do this Kuma
That's a
thing.
good spot.
Is that?
I stand ready.
I
Stay low, stay low. Okay, we're good.
A cursed shadow haunts my holy expedition.
There have
Oh, interesting. That connects outside the wall. I didn't realize that. Yeah, because I think we can stay low while doing this.
You have the description of the
All right, I'm going for it. Let's see if this will actually work. Because they're going to just walk over there naturally. I didn't even have to set up Kuma.
Yes, good plan.
my dear prognosticator.
Are we sure we can pickpocket a prognosticator? They usually sense our intentions.
I can do it if you want. You just have to be smart. That's a good
Or
trick.
empty-headed.
Hey, listen, either way
Conscript a
works.
few of the prisoners if
Okay,
necessary.
so dropping those guys
Is of the utmost
certainly
importance.
makes some things
We
easier.
have a few who are near the end of their penance.
There is still this guy to deal with. I mean, like, as far as people who have line of sight to Salazar, we have clipped most of the problems. We have to deal with these two over here.
Require provisions
Also, there's
for
some
several
ammo.
items.
That's probably a thing worth
Tents,
remembering.
Equipment for excavation and study.
I cannot work wonders, prognosticator. Such deeds are the preserve of the maiden.
So when this guy turns around, is he... No, he is not so into the book that he's not also looking this way. That does complicate things a little bit.
Inform your flock to be on guard.
Cannon is mightier than
We can, of course, create an audio distraction.
There have been
Time it with the conversation
I will
that would allow us to jump this dude really fast. But I guess maybe we don't have to worry about him. Like, he's so far away. No, it isn't line division because of the damn torch.
Description of the artifacts.
Well, how are we gonna do this?
and so surely you will
The torch is a real problem. The torch is actually very annoying. Because at this distance, we should be able to get away with stuff that we're not able to get away with. I think we can probably at least afford to move everybody up. This Commissarius... Okay, you have to be a little careful.
Conscript a few of the prisoners if necessary. Time is of the utmost importance.
How long has it been?
My time is not the end of their penance.
Cross the sea.
Get a new
Okay.
coat anyway.
What are we going to do with all of the power that is afforded to us?
Shiny ball.
I wonder if I could just take Salazar over.
I require provisions.
Probably
for
not,
several
right?
Weeks. Tents, equipment for excavation and study.
I cannot work wonders, prognosticator. Such deeds are the preserve of the maiden.
Okay, you can't really see. So it really is, it's just these two and then we're clear. We're clear to attempt something very silly.
Inform your flock to be on guard.
How far does your vision extend?
Haunts my holy expedition.
Okay, so like
There
over
have
here should be
been
fine.
reports of cursed in these waters. I will see to it.
I'm gonna try something. We're gonna try just seeing how close we have to get.
I can do that.
I should be able to make it to here pretty safely.
Get ready, Kuma. Fire!
Wow, okay, that was really unfortunate. He just happened to turn his head at exactly the moment she stepped over there.
Remember this.
It's tough. When she does the dart blow, she stops moving entirely for a second.
Let's go.
When they have their little conversation.
Description of the
Okay.
artifacts. We must secure
They'll come to you.
My dear prognosticator, surely you would
This is
have us
fun.
follow
Guides
proper
me this way.
procedure.
Oh,
It always works. Leave it to me.
Like, in theory, he's just trying to
be a mistake.
come to her, right? Oh, he's right.
Must have happened for a reason.
conscript a few of the
He got
prisoners
distracted by this thing that he had not seen happen because he was all the way over there.
Hard to make sense of it.
We have a few who are near the end of their penance.
Come back.
Oh no, Kuma was still over there. Okay, I
Oh,
hadn't
that's
saved.
easy.
Shoot.
Follow the little
What
guy.
right is appropriate here?
Maybe back up because he stopped moving in a weird spot.
I call for the right to belong.
I don't look up to anybody.
All right, everybody go hide.
Let it bring forth our grant me the strength required. Make him not a witch.
Take a solution.
I heard that.
I don't know who that is that I just killed with that trap. I don't think he was a guy from up here.
That bush.
Okay, we got seen a tiny little bit. There was a small amount of control breach there. It's fine. We killed somebody. Yeah, it doesn't seem like he could have been an acolyte from up here. Well, some of them are thinking about coming into the tower.
I can smell your rotting flesh.
Yes, good plan.
Nothing. They must have returned to the sea.
You have the description of
All right,
the
no
artifacts.
straggler.
We must secure them.
Sometimes you get somebody who just lingers a little bit too long after one of those, and you can easily grab him for free.
Why not use my power?
You know, Marley, I'm working on it.
Right, coming.
All right, let me try this.
Let's set a trap.
Conscript a few of the prisoners if necessary.
It's a weird way to interpret the series of clicks that I made there. I just want her to throw it from like here across to there. There we go. Now we just have to get that guy's attention enough to make him walk over here and see that the torch is
Can't
out.
touch me.
So the moment these two are locked in conversation,
I require
Get ready, Kuma.
for several weeks.
Ah,
Tents,
yes.
equipment for
Nice little
excavation. and
Corsairs
study.
hunting.
I
Strange.
cannot work wonders,
Is that-
prognosticator. Such deeds are the
okay, I
preserve of
think
the
this
made.
should work. That should be good enough to just walk him into the trap.
Don't step in the spiders.
I don't know. We should just be safe, right? Yeah, cool. Okay. That's an easy pickup.
Remember the Twilight Corsair.
Inform your
I know I'm basically just playing with Yuki and ignoring my other party members, but I'm, I want to get practice with these new abilities.
There have been reports of cursed in these waters. I will see to it.
So I probably can make it over there most easily by walking through here, right? Yeah, you're not actually looking this way. What can you see?
You have the description.
Okay, here we just want to end up like walking behind this commissarius.
My dear prognosticator, surely you
Let's see how feasible that is. And honestly, it kind of looks like once we get over there, we could just drop him. Stay low until we get close. And then we have to be wary of the little bit of good vision
Let's do it.
caused
Kuma.
at the edge of his light.
Conscript a few of the prisoners if necessary. Time is of the utmost importance.
We have a few who are near the end.
How
of
do
their
you
penance.
turn when you stop talking? Okay, you do turn that way. So that's a thing to be wary of.
That's a good trick.
Oh. Oh, there's a person at the top of that tower. Okay, that's a problem. We can probably still do it, but it is going to require a little bit
Sweet
more,
souls.
a little bit more care and timing then. All right, I think we can slip through.
Yes, a good memory.
Conscript a few of the
Watch me.
prisoners if necessary. Time is of the
Shoot.
So
I'm not 100% sure. I don't think the yellow in the tower guard's cone had reached us yet, so I'm not sure why we got caught there.
Time is of the utmost importance.
We have a few.
Ah, because I bumped that dude and turned him around is what happened. Well, there's not much I can do about that. We don't have any of the people who can dim people's perceptions. I need to do like
Let's do it.
this.
We have a few who are near the end of
Okay.
their penance.
Where did the time go?
And now that I've done that, we can make it through here.
Right, coming.
Okay.
Yes, a good memory.
So when this guy turns around, you're no longer visible to basically
Thanks for
anybody.
helping.
I require
Yeah.
provisions for several weeks. Tents, equipment for excavation and study.
Blood and snow.
Work wonders, prognosticar. Such deeds
Pretty
are the
handy.
preserve of
Corsair is hunting.
Okay, so now there are periods where nobody is looking at Salazar. Pretty long periods, in fact. Does it have to be Yuki who does it? Can I have anybody do the thing?
To be on guard. Accursed shadow.
It looks like anybody can do it.
I like long shots.
There have been reports of cursed in these waters. I will see to it.
Just get like right to the edge of this dude's vision and yoink.
Let's not ask for permission.
What is that?
Wait, did I pull her early? Did that not complete?
You have the
We have enough time that I don't have to be too careful, it turns out.
Aye.
My dear prognosticar, surely you would have us follow proper procedure.
What do we have here?
But yeah, I really thought I let that finish.
That must be the strangest compass I've ever seen.
It's already pointing. Yes, to the island. We can find the island now.
So you really want to leave this Salazar alive?
We can kill him, but then we'll just see him again later. It always happens.
How very unusual for a prognosticar. I wonder what made him this way.
Don't know. Let's take the compass home with us.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't remember which places we have and haven't used, so the dumping grounds will be as good as anywhere.
Is it a puzzle?
Cannot work wonders.
How am
Such
I...
deeds
What is
are
the fastest
preserve
way to
of the
reunite these two? These three. There's an acolyte down here. Yeah, honestly, it seems like we can just Corvo this nerd. Kill his light real fast. Do the same to this guy while the patroller's gone.
Be quiet, friend. Who cares?
That's a good trick.
Get over to here.
I am no sinner.
Okay. Careful.
Spider's thread. Sneaky dead. Follow the little...
Okay, he's not sensitive to that right now.
The fire will guide me to you, fiend.
Well, maybe somebody will walk into that and maybe they won't.
Smell your fire.
But I'm fairly confident we can get Yuki over here at this point and we can connect to everybody through this thing. Or honestly, we can all just get in that. Yeah, honestly, that might be the best thing to do, is to use the gate in the floor as an exit for everyone else.
Maiden's judgment awaits.
Did my trap get anybody? Not yet.
Shadows have fled.
Nobody has
The design
decided
is
to look in the
maintained.
bushes. Okay, whatever.
Wake up, Katana-san. Demon's tooth.
See if I can grab this guy before he makes it back to anybody else's vision. Alright, excellent. Is there an exit over here? This seems like the kind of place... Nope, there really, really isn't. There's another one here at the Lookout Plateau. That's interesting. That's actually really close. It does seem like a little bit of work, though, huh? Yeah, let's just use this one. Let's just stick to the plan. Okay, so, everybody in the pool.
Bigger solution.
If you must.
Oh, what's that?
I miss the waves under my feet.
Ghostly
Yes,
pleasure.
here.
Found ourselves a sneaky cave system.
This is fun.
Okay,
Any cannons loose?
let's get everybody over into these bushes and figure out the rest of the way here. This honestly looks like a situation where we can just walk right up to them. We just have to be like a little bit careful.
It wants to be remembered. I can do that.
My time is not to be trifled with.
Slice the back,
These
stiff the
lungs
neck.
have
All right.
striking capacity.
There we go, and now we can walk this commissarius over here and cause all kinds of trouble. So, this guy is being watched by the acolyte up on the hill.
Might blow my cover.
Their rifles have like extreme range, but they're also incredibly loud. Am I allowed to climb up on stuff? Can I use the commissarius body to get up this ladder? Because if so, yeah, okay. We'll just have ourselves a little distracting conversation
The Corsair is ready.
while the rest of this situation gets dealt with. As soon as that patroller is no longer looking.
And draw lines with my torch.
I want the Inquisitor. Do you happen to know what exactly she's intending to do?
Oh shoot, that was not long enough. Nope, it turned out to be exactly long enough. It didn't seem like it was going to be long enough. Alright, who's watching this guy? There's a commissarius over there who can see him. Not my biggest concern. The patroller still has vision. Okay.
Corruption.
It's not going to be trivial to drop him, basically.
Even if the touch of the curse.
There are not a lot of people up here, though. Like, this seems quite safe.
Trouble for
I
everyone.
can help if you let me.
We can't walk all the way over there, unfortunately. Can we... Yeah, let's... Nope, that's... Okay, close enough.
Though it is stated that corruption above a certain level.
So this is... He has the slow melee kill, right? Yeah, 5 seconds. Feels very unlikely we're going to be able to remove this guy, but I wonder if we can just go around him. Like... I'm going to do another distracting conversation here.
Fast and sharp.
Well, never mind. I was going to say I'm going to do a distracting conversation and flush turn off the torch real quick, but that guy can also see that torch. There's no way for me to actually do that.
So I watch over the horde.
But I wonder, actually, let's see exactly how quick this is.
Wait. Wash one.
I'm thinking maybe we can make just enough of a hole in their awareness with a conversation that I can run somebody up here.
Strange.
Bien sûr.
Sharks and birds.
A little too close to the light.
Cannonballs fly.
Yeah, Gale is not the sneakiest.
Little hearts to heart. Ah, it's you again. Do you not remember me? We
No, I don't think I can make it. Yeah, I can't make it to a point of safety quickly enough.
Face the maiden's wrath, pirate.
Sure as a
I
stone.
assure you that was just as unpleasant for me. This soul will do its own bidding in a moment.
I did press the wrong button there very briefly. Here, I'm going to try some stuff.
I still need time.
Pirates, if you're in that bush, make sure you get away now.
She does not want to throw a. She can't throw a punch because because her melee attack is replaced with the canal. Yeah, she can't throw a normal punch right after shooting somebody, and that is very inconvenient right now. Okay,
Yuki here.
this commissarius is, I think, very killable right now. I'm just gonna have Yuki run over and shoot this guy. We're gonna have Gale shoot the acolyte.
As
Ready, Kuma? Aye.
What do we have here?
That commissarius is really, he is very committed to his job. I guess we can go and try to, like, load up one of these guys to shoot at him. Yuki can just, like, continue walking away. As long as she stays low, I think she'll be okay. Because he seems to be following her quite slowly. Rematerializing right now feels like it's probably the wrong play. Let's try to be patient here.
Right.
So, we... I can't hold on.
Shoot. Pincus has been knocked out of the body, of course. That is how that works. Alright, Pincus, if you could... Nope, not that one. Please res our friend. He seems to be having trouble. Yeah, it's a little confused because there's so many bodies on top of each other. Please wake her up. Okay, well... It took him long enough to do that guards were drawn from a very, very distant location.
Yes. Let's try again.
That was a little tiny bit of clumsiness
Big problem, bigger solution.
because of the overlapping bodies that caused a larger problem in total.
Yuki here.
But what we learned basically is that no, the window in this guard's head turning is not large enough to let me get through. And this guard is being watched by absolutely everybody. So without a way of dealing with him, I'm not sure how we can get away with this. I can't get over there to him with Pincus's currently abducted body. Yeah, we just kind of don't have a solution to that.
Where the wind blows, cannonballs fly.
Is there a way out along the cliffs? There is not, no. Well, that's mighty inconvenient.
So many tricks.
Oui, quelle surprise.
I wonder if... Like, because we can make it to this door for sure. I'm wondering if the distance between the door and the ladder obviously is less time to travel, but also,
Memories are still working.
you know, we have to worry about the animation of her leaving the door and stuff. Yeah, that's not going to work. There is maybe a time here that makes this functional, but I need to click such that she finishes her animation of coming out the door, because she doesn't become visible to him in game terms until the animation ends. She finishes the animation of coming out the door right as the...
For when my
Oh, yep, there it is. And in fact, I didn't even actually distract this guy. We just got lucky and his vision cone had swept to the side at exactly the right moment. Well, let's go ahead and take that, shall we? I think I'm going to dump the guy out of my cannon right now.
Let me tell you, the
And then
rope
we
is
will
quite
use
long.
Gale's magic rope to snap you up
Was
here.
it? Your resurgence.
That way we don't have to do that thing a second time. And with that, I think we're good.
I shall swing the
Right, like nobody's actually able to see the Custodes here or the Commissarius
Yes, here.
because of the big rock formation.
Corsair is hunting.
Excuse me, I know you're very busy.
This will ruin my coat.
Did you see that? Kuma?
Okay, apparently Pincus can't quite get him. There we go.
Any cannons loose?
He's bothersome.
fun.
Okay,
He's traveled
we got
so
there.
unbecoming.
And I do believe that is the first time we have ever used Gale's ability to grab teammates. And you know, we didn't like need to. A thing I've often said about it is that it's kind of rough because Gale is actually very bad at traversal herself. So anywhere she can get, everybody else can get anyway. But it is useful, I suppose, in a situation like that where it's just like a pain in the ass to get somewhere. You want to skip doing it the second time. you know, it's not nothing. Okay, 25 kills with Yuki. Definitely the lion's share of the work. I like her toolkit. She seems very powerful. The ability to vanish corpses is a big deal. Obviously, there are some situations where you do want a corpse around because they're useful as bait and stuff, but overall, I'm quite happy with that.
Come talk to me, Twilight Corsair. At your leisure.
And we are totally going to do that, but,
Teresa,
you know, there's this important crew tale going on.
the future calls.
Clearly, nothing could be more important than whatever knocks down that skeleton. Briefly, it seems like he's back up and working.
Now, what did you find, Crow?
The rum was definitely poisoned,
Didn't you come to that conclusion already?
but now I know more about it. The poison is like none I've seen before. Tell me, how's the skeleton holding up?
It is poisoned.
But awake?
If you can call it that, yes.
Then I'll have to question him.
Good luck.
Yeah, that seems like it's going to be maybe not the most productive process.
Judgment is at hand. How are you doing?
Boredom bears benevolent besiegements.
Excuse me?
Righteousness regards reindeers rotundly.
Right, indeed. Yeah, look, I just need you to tell me who gave you the rum.
Miraculously, mugs manage moisture.
Not much of a miracle. Now, once again, where did you get the rum?
Whimsical whereabouts wine wondrously.
Ugh, that stuff was even stronger than I expected. I'll have to talk to the Marley about this again.
He's been given the dreaded alliterative poison.
It's done.
It's not harmful, it's dreaded because it's very annoying.
Ah, the crow crawls back cravenly, I see.
Funny, ship. Unfortunately, I need a coherent and not an alliterative statement.
The mug alone isn't enough evidence?
No, as I said, I haven't seen this kind of poison before. I need to find whoever served this sludge and see if they have more of it. I wish I could take a peek into the head of that darn skeleton.
There is one person who could.
Oh no.
I'm only saying that, as he can do what you ask for.
Out of the question. I'd rather burn 1,000 millennia in the Maiden's stead before working a second with that imbecile. I'll find a way to get that skeleton to talk. A good knock to the head may resolve his issues.
Well,
Let's get a better view.
all right, let's try that. Just like a good, solid
No mercy.
right to...
Justice has been granted.
Still standing. There we go. I was going to say, that's mighty impressive.
How do you feel?
Jugular juxtapositions joust, jesters.
Maybe I'll have to get more creative. A little soul essence, maybe.
What kind of problem can't be solved by shooting at it? That's ridiculous.
Through the flames.
Ashen Judgment.
Avert your gaze.
Why would I think this would work?
And?
Antiquities accelerate arbitrary angles.
Rayos y centellas. It seems there really is no escape. I'll have to ask him, but I can't do it now. I need to rest as much as I can beforehand.
I appreciate how much this is like a video, very specifically a video game character problem, where it's like, listen, I used all of the verbs I have, you know? Okay, so, obviously we could just continue Yuki's storyline, but I'm actually really curious about the other character as well.
My soul is raised.
So let's see about the message here.
So, you've decided to consider my invitation. I welcome you to my humble abode. Mind you, this is but a temporary domicile. An abandoned mansion I discovered many years ago. I took a liking to it and modified the main architecture and surrounding islets to suit my purpose. Whatever plague or catastrophe that tainted this place left behind ample soul energy to create a few skeletal assistants. They are rather dim-witted, unfortunately, but with the appropriate oversight, they aid me in my scientific ventures. On the periphery, you may discover the fruits of my labor. Decades of study, manifested in apparatus and substances various. And with your help, I will bring my pursuits to a most interesting conclusion.
It's very dramatic. He's a very dramatic guy. I guess let's get to it. I have lots of stuff on the Marley's deck that needs my attention. Would you just let me do... All right. I have non-ignorable stuff. So we did our crew tail. We might actually have to advance this a little bit.
Leave it to me.
Until the point where it would ask us to go on the next mission.
Look, Aphia-san. The compass is pointing.
I've never seen one like this before. Bulbous little thing. Comes with a wristband, too.
I'll hold on to it. Don't worry, we won't run away.
That's quite all right. Now, that island it's pointing to, does it have a name?
Aye. It's called Dragon's Dream.
Oh-ho! Can we expect to meet an actual dragon there?
That's what the stories say. Dragons do grant wishes, yes?
I'm hardly an expert. What do you say, Marley?
I've heard rumors of that before. Though in my experience, creatures mighty enough to grant wishes always ask a price.
Aye. There will be tests, puzzles, maybe traps. It's going to be an adventure.
Well, what are we waiting for then?
Okay. I think that should be...
Fast and sharp.
Am I allowed to go to the island now? Because I do really want to go see the island. Okay, there we go. So yeah, this is new territory, and it seems interesting. It also seems maybe pretty low in opposition for the moment.
Now, Ronald, are you ready?
Ready.
Very well. There's just one more thing that seeks acknowledgement. I sense another pair of eyes on me. It seems the elusive Red Marley and her ragtag crew has heeded my call.
That's him? He really does look like a prognosticator.
And you must be Aphia Manicato. You have made quite a name for yourself.
And a flatterer as well, I see.
Zigan the Apostate, by order of the Holy Maiden, reveal yourself. We have you surrounded.
Did you invite your old playmates to this gathering as well?
No, they let themselves in. But they'll be occupied for a while before they threaten my research here.
Research? We thought you wanted to join the crew.
In due time, I will. I'm in the final steps of this experiment, so you'll have to excuse me.
And why would we stay and wait?
Because you'll struggle to find a stronger and more knowledgeable ally.
Prove yourself then. We will watch, but for now, I will not grant you the power of my memories.
I won't need them. Now, Ronald, I'll use my dark excision on you. With it, I will attempt to act as a conduit that siphons your soul energy into our effigy here. On your mark.
Mark.
Interesting.
You just gutted your assistant and hurt yourself?
Ronald is a resilient specimen. He will recover. As for my own injuries, real knowledge always comes at a cost. Besides, I've got ways of regaining my strength as well. It will have to be done. Shush, shush! Miranda, why was this parrot allowed to disrupt the experiment?
Parrot?
Stop pestering me with your excuses. Just see that it does not happen again. Remember, any form of colored poultry is no excuse for dawdling during experiments.
Dawdling?
Now, what did you observe during the procedure?
Eyes. Light.
There was a current then. Excellent. Just as I hypothesized. But for now, I must reclaim some of my energy. You know the drill, Miranda. I will have to drain some of your life forces so that I can continue my studies unperturbed. That is correct. Hold still. This is going to sting.
A more way to reclaim one's energy, apostate.
I chose this path of undeath exactly for its morbidity. Now, let me take a look at that effigy.
So the guard stays catatonic for 7.7 seconds. Or is that the length of the animation? It's definitely leaving the skeleton catatonic for more than that. I mean, this is obviously extremely powerful.
Consider it accomplished.
I don't know that a single point of damage is a high enough cost for Dark Excision if you can just grip back your health.
What was solid before is now brittle. The density of these cursed bones is not high enough then. Unfortunate, but not unsolvable. We just have to go with the alternative effigy. Miranda, please record these findings. Ah, yes. You're still experiencing strong visions. The effect will persist for a while, but you will recover. Eventually. All right, Marley. I will seek the custodies on this island and transfer myself to your deck.
I'll be waiting.
Is that it for abilities?
My premonition was correct then.
I assume we're gonna learn like at least one more. Okay, now we get the memories.
Ah, so you have decided to bless me with your memory powers now.
If you perish now, this would be a waste of time. Besides, you don't have to use it if you don't want to. But I can't foresee you crossing the bridge without being spotted by this commissarius.
Oh, I appreciate the gesture, but I think you'll find me quite capable of dealing with the situation at hand.
Really? Because he's just staring down this bridge without blinking.
Ah, yes. The commissarius is going to see me, but he's not going to enjoy the sight. Agreeable.
The next guard is out of range to target them directly with Zigan's Hedron of Constriction. However, Zigan can use the skill passively on a guard that is about to detect him. Okay, yep, so it works a lot like the, well, not exactly like the thing that real prognosticars do, but okay. Passive skill only works if the Hedron is not on cooldown, which is indicated by an orb hovering above Zigan's staff. Okay, that's cool.
Impressive. How did you do that?
I've retained some aspects of my abilities from before I took the pearl to my heart. One of them is anticipating threats to my health, which allows me to intervene before I come to serious harm. Now, the shortest way to the custodies is crawling above the roofs using the ladders.
Beware. The Inquisition already has some of their thralls up there.
No problem.
Oh, I
As
can't
you've seen,
throw this guy
I
off a
can
cliff.
fend for myself.
Alright, fine.
I had calculated that.
I'm a little disappointed that it turns out I can't just like drain the same guy over and over again, because like that means there are going to be situations like this one really where I am like down to health, where the right thing to do is probably to wait until he stops having visions and then grip him again.
Acceptable.
I'm not going to do it because it is
The
tedious,
mansion is
but
huge.
mechanically
Is it yours?
I have vacated and repurposed this place over the years of my silent exile to suit my experiments.
I'm curious. What experiments? What are you trying to do?
Your uninformed mind might indulge in my theories once I've boarded the Marley.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
I knew. A successful exchange.
so he can't climb vines, which I guess is not a huge surprise. And he doesn't have his melee attack is like non-permanent, right? Which is a thing to be concerned about. Actually, I can't. How am I gonna get across here? Oh, whoa, hey,
How long has it been?
hold on.
This is your perish song. A valid
Didn't even see that guy. I wasn't expecting him to jump down on the side that I didn't have visual access to. Uh-oh.
Certainly a choice. My soul is so...
His health gain is too slow, sadly. Alright, so I did all that in a pretty messy way. We're going to try it again, but this time, you know, cleanly.
Intent is key. A free back was
Impressive.
predictable.
How did you do that?
I've retained some aspects of my abilities from before I took the pearl to my heart. One of them
So,
is
do we want to maybe...
anticipating threats
Well,
to my health, which allows me to intervene before I
I
come
probably
to
don't want to go
serious
this way,
harm.
right? The way we went up is probably fine.
The shortest way to the custodies is crawling above the roofs using the ladders.
Beware. The Inquisition already has some of their thralls up there.
No problem. As you've seen, I can fend for myself.
The mansion is huge. Is it yours?
I have vacated and repurposed this place over the years of my silent exile to suit my experiments.
I'm curious. What experiments? What are you trying to do?
Your uninformed mind might indulge in my theories once I've boarded the Marley.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
Ha! Well, no. Chaining men to the streams of the below until they falter and die. Such a
Yeah, this custodian's business is rough.
Let's continue pondering the Inquisition's various deficiencies once you step through the gate.
Okay.
A particularly gruesome.
The catatonic grip will open a tear, even though it doesn't actually deal with the custodies in any reasonably permanent way.
My back to deck.
It's an interesting power set. It seems exceedingly powerful. Especially since, you know, presumably you can have somebody just following along behind him and doing the cleanup on the guards that he can't permanently take care of himself. But the passive don't get caught, try again skill obviously is something I'm going to get an awful lot of use out of.
Come to me, apostate. Then we can talk.
Intent is key. There is even more concentrated soul energy here than I had calculated.
Attempt to siphon any of it from me, and you will walk the plank.
An interesting proposal. But your reserves are far from the amount my experiment requires.
Yeah, you've been talking a lot about this experiment. I think it's time you fill us in if you want our help.
Have you ever considered what gives the Inquisition their abilities?
Not really, but wouldn't you know the answer to that?
You've cut right to the heart of the issue.
To nobody's surprise, eh?
Excuse me?
It's a joke, because of the sword in my chest.
Good for you. Now, I prefer to concern myself with truths rather than idle jests. Specifically, the truth about the so-called Holy Flame. Where does its power come from? What is its source? Why don't even the most high-ranking of the Inquisition know much about it? Nobody can answer these questions, and I will change that.
And you want us to help you? What do we get in return?
You do it for the honor of serving as research assistants for the most important scientific effort in the history of the Timeless Shores.
Ha! Honor doesn't fill our coffers. You will share everything you learn with us. That's the deal. Take it or leave it.
I had come to understand your role on this vessel to be some sort of jester. But it seems there is some merit to your position. I agree to your terms. I will share what I find, if I can rely on your numbers in my experiment. First, let us visit the Isle of Penance. I seek a tome the Inquisition has kept there.
A tome? Ugh, this is going to be fun, isn't it?
I will say these characters are maybe just like
Furred or feathered. I've not
a
studied
little
for
bit
decades
chatty.
in order to be subject to the whims of an animal.
Perhaps what Estelle is trying to nudge you towards is the training deck I just prepared for you.
Consider it.
I do think it's a little weird for there to be a training deck, given that we just had that sort of tutorial section. But you know what? Let's go ahead and knock it out. Perhaps there are some finer points of these skills that that the Marley could still relate to us.
So, you can not only manipulate time, but space as well. This could come in useful.
Only when it comes to the insides of my holes.
So much potential wasted.
But alas, I will work with what is given to me.
Okay, kill enemies that he cannot reach directly. Yeah, pretty straightforward.
Why would I waste my energy on this illusionary index?
I think you will find them rather material in their essence.
At last, you've intrigued me. How does it work? These are just as real as those made out of flesh and bone.
Like I said, very chatty. Using Dark Excision reduces Zigan's health by 1 point, and it's worth noting it reduces his health at the beginning of the cast, and with the Catatonic Touch, it seems like we don't get any health until the end of the cast. So it's very easy to get Zigan knocked out if you are not totally in control of the situation.
Some secrets are better kept that way.
You've provided me with energy to continue this trial.
That was the plan.
Consider it accomplished.
Alright, check the view cones of all the enemies. Target the guard with Dark Excision when they are out of sight of the other guards. That doesn't really seem all that challenging.
Your Dark Excision shouldn't be bothered by physical walls, correct?
Correct.
Gosh, that's useful. What a ridiculous skill.
Energy. Death would be merciful.
a little bit like Yuki. He really does feel like a character who's just kind of going to be able to solo
Soul will be
an awful lot of stuff. Although I guess really that is true of the other characters as well.
Take this creation. Certainly a choice.
You know, the all the fancy abilities and stuff help, but just the basic sneaking toolkit that everybody has is enough to get the job done in a lot of situations.
Intent is key. Ah, a playground for my hedron of constriction.
Okay, select the Hedron of Constriction skill, target the guard. If you cancel the skill, the guard will remain frozen for a few more seconds. And then just run over and shadow punch him in the face. Okay.
I restrict movement. Corrupted visions. This will leave a lasting impression. My premonition was correct then.
Okay, you can keep the Hedron of Constriction up for as long as you want. Use the skill on the next guard to allow Aphia to attack the other guard and carry the body into the bush. Okay, do not move Zigan while he's keeping the distraction active.
Who will be held?
There you go, Zigan.
Huh. I had calculated that. The cursed touch.
And then, you know, we'll just give him one of these for good measure.
Enjoy the visions.
It is a very cool looking skill.
Enticing.
Gotta give it that. Alright, the next guard is out of range to target them directly with the Hedron. But yeah, we can use it passively on a guard that's about to detect us.
You think positioning this acolyte out of my range will pose a threat to me? Is that
Not really. But there's always hope.
the power of both worlds? Locks will falter under this tool. I knew it.
It is a little unsettling, the state that it leaves them in. But yeah, it's a really, really rad power.
It will have to be done. This room is supposed to be a challenge.
Yep, okay. Additional challenge.
How pitiful. Acceptable. My corruption is wanting. I will.
I have to admit, I was not expecting him to turn like that.
Is supposed to be a challenge.
Is that the exact moment? No, it's because they do have just like a little bit of vision of each other.
Intent is
Okay.
key. I will take their souls.
What am I doing? That's not going to work. He's definitely going to interrupt that.
Not with this
Actually, he didn't.
energy left.
Ah,
My soul is slow.
but I couldn't get to him before he did so much damage to me that I wouldn't be able to
This room
to
is
constrict him
supposed
anyway.
To be a challenge. How pitiful. Certainly a choice.
So we do have the option of just like trying to run through on one side, right? And taking advantage of the passive of the Hedron. But how are we going to do so in a way that gets us clear of both of them? Still a slightly more challenging concern. I could also just shoot one of them in the back, which I am definitely considering doing.
My newest invention.
Effect duration 6 seconds, so I should be able to do a dark excision on one of them inside of
My corruption is wanting.
inside of the effect timer here.
I ended your existence.
That's also very powerful. Being able to deal with a pair of guards, even a pair of guards who are like actively looking at each other in that way. Alright, so you have a cannon for dealing with the prognosticar. I mean, this
premonition was correct.
seems like starting with the cannon makes sense, right? We might be able to get that other guy too.
I must study your
I guess the idea is you try to
a merciful approach.
shoot.
Intent is key.
Try to do that when he's actually on the line. That might have worked. He wasn't really on it. The game is pretty generous with the area of effect of things sometimes, though. Let me try and get him on it a little bit more precisely.
The Hedron is limiting.
That's about as good as last time. Okay. And it does count.
I siphon soul energy.
Okay.
I've corrupted a mind.
Easy enough.
Agreeable for now.
Make sure I'm not putting myself in any danger here immediately. Alright, so we have the ability to do shit through the wall.
An interesting decision, Molly.
Are you gonna walk forward? I guess it wouldn't help really.
I knew.
Can I do the Hedron through a wall?
Death by excision. You are excised.
Okay, well he did get excised, so that's certainly something.
I must hold back a little longer.
I will enjoy purging your soul.
Well, this was maybe not the smartest thing I've ever done.
Seems highly suspicious to me.
The orb speaks to me once more. Enticing.
I'm gonna just
Smell your rotting flesh.
just back up until they calm down.
I will not.
Is this the way they meant for me to do this? I don't know, probably not.
The shadows have fled.
I knew you'd come. This will cost me.
Okay, it's a little close.
Over. A valid experiment. The cursed touch.
Take this opportunity to replenish myself a little bit.
I will hold on to this.
Okay, it seems like it resets you to completely full health. I really do feel like there needs to be more text in the tooltip on this one.
Enticing.
The ability description does not even mention the thing that you primarily use the ability for.
Catatonic grip.
Okay, that was sloppy, clumsy perhaps,
My premonition was correct.
but we got there. The important thing is we did make it.
Congratulations, Apostate. You have mastered the challenge. Now, return to deck.
Okay, well, I think he's going to be a blast to use as well. He and Yuki together, I'm sure will be completely unfair. And we're definitely going to test that theory real soon. But I think that's going to be enough for us for today. And thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, I think we're just going to ping pong back and forth between their missions. Just enjoying the power level that they seem to bring to the party. And of course, making some time for our old friends as well. And we'll see you then.